All right. So here's the dealio, guys. Exciting news I want to tell you. So you guys asked and we answered. Here's the deal. You all love, of course, we've been selling it for like 9 years. It's our beloved biker gripper motorcycle cell phone mount. Definitely the number one best-selling, highest quality, sexiest, sleekest, strongest motorcycle cell phone mount in the world. We definitely sell the heck out of them right in our store. So you guys asked, hey, we love our biker gripper on our motorcycle. We travel all over with it. We recommend it to our friends. I really wish there was a way to mount the biker gripper in my vehicle because we all love riding motorcycles. There are times we got to spend time in cages, all right?
Unfortunately.
Definitely. Unfortunately. So we finally did it, guys. I tested some different stuff. Long story short, available now exclusively in the law-abiding biker store. Along with our motorcycle mount systems, you can take that same biker gripper head with 18 pounds grip strength and our beautiful logo on it. You can mount it in your car. The two different mount options we have, again, all over in our store, same page as our biker grippers. We've got a dash windshield suction mount, comes in a kit. Also comes with a plate, dash plate with 3M sticky tape, alcohol wipe, everything you need if you want to put the dash plate on there. Again, in a kit. The second one we have is a awesome vent mount, and it's different than some of the cheap vent mounts you see. This one actually has a hook and a thumb wheel. You tighten it down. It's amazing. Go look at it. Both these mounts obviously work perfectly with our biker gripper head. It's a ball head. Fits perfect. You don't have to tighten the nut down crazy. It's literally secure. And then you'll have a biker gripper right in your automobile. And you can either buy an extra head. We sell the mount separately. You can pop the mount off your motorcycle if you want. Pop it in your car. Or maybe you don't want to do that and you just want a separate head so you don't have to go back and forth, and you can buy a head with it. It's right there in the listing. You just click, you buy the mount, then you just go buy a head, and now you've got a complete different biker gripper. So we're really excited about that. They are quality mounts. I tested quite a few. I want to make sure the ones we brought to our store, of course, are worthy of being attached to our biker gripper head, guys. And then, of course, we've got all our motorcycle mounts that you guys are so familiar, all over in the law-abiding biker store. So start scooping those things up, guys. I already mounted one. Now that we've got them officially and I found the mount we want, I've got one in my truck, put one in my wife's car. Lurch is going to grab when he's down at the store. What are you going to do, the vent mount or the dash windshield?
I like the vent mount. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. There you go. You know where to get one.
Yeah, I might be able to find one somewhere.
You might have access.
Yeah.
So this company we want to mention, we're not affiliated with it. They are sponsoring a couple episodes. Basically, it's our sticker company. It's the company we've used for many years. Every time you guys get a package or we've seen you at events and we've handed them out. Our Biker Revolution sticker, of course, and then our regular round law-abiding biker sticker. We've got them from this company for years. I wasn't affiliated with them, found them, and we liked them so much, and they've got such good customer service and fast shipping, and their products are high quality. I just kept using them over the years. Well, recently, they reached out and said, hey, you guys have ordered basically an assload of stickers over the years.
And we see you're a podcast.
Yeah, and we see our podcast. How about we give you a bunch of free stickers for orders and you promote us? And I'm like, number one, I wouldn't do it unless I believed in them. And I'm like, well, that's an easy sell because
we use them.
Yeah, we continue to use you. So yeah. So Sticker Mule, it is the easiest way to buy custom stickers and decals, labels, guys. Consider them and other printing online. Order in 60 seconds. And they'll turn your design and illustration into a custom sticker, magnet, button, labels, and packaging in days. Lurch says they do t-shirts and stuff too, so they're expanding, but they offer free online proofs, free worldwide shipping. That's cool. And super fast turnaround. I can attest to the quality and the fast turnaround. We get them very quick, and we buy in large quantity in bulk. So we use them to get our stickers right here, like I said, at Law Abiding Biker. Check them out. Stickermule.com. That's stickermule.com.
They even make something called mule sauce. I don't know how they got into this hot
We always get those sauces. I forgot. You get it free with if you order enough stickers. Do you still get them free when you get them?
Yeah. I've got a couple bottles at home.
I used to get them shipped here, and I got the free sauces. Now you do.
Now I get them.
You hoarding them?
I am. I gave one away to my brother-in-law. He was talking about hot sauce. I said, hey, I got one for you. So you can actually buy the mule sauce by itself. But yes, if you order enough, they'll just send you a bottle of it. I'm guessing the owners of the company just got into hot sauce and decided to make it. But it's legit. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Yeah, check them out. And do us a favor. If you do order stickers from them and you heard it on this podcast, just drop them a line in the email their order. Say, hey, heard it on the Law Abiding Biker podcast. We don't have an affiliate link or anything to click you through, but that'll be the only way that they know that we sent you. So there you go, guys.
Oh, and you can become a mule sauce dealer. Maybe we should just start slinging mule sauce too.
Dude, maybe we'll add mule sauce. I like it.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see. You never know.
You never know. That might be coming to the Law Abiding Biker store soon. I'm only talking about these because I just took a pack down to the store that I had here. Dude bombs, guys. Y'all know our dude wipes, wet wipes, lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. Get hooked up with our wet dude wipes, wet wipes, guys. Keep the undercarriage clean there. It's very important. Now, this is Dude Bombs toilet spray. We've tried a couple different ones. We love it. You can also get this, lawabidingbiker.com/dude-bombs. That's /dude-bombs with an S. That's an affiliate link. No additional cost to you. You click through and you make a purchase. We do get a small commission. Help support us. Before you drop a bomb, use Dude Bomb spray. Let me explain. When you use the almighty Dude Bomb spray, you can literally walk around like your poop don't stink. And we know that's not true because I've smelt Lurches.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's disgusting. Lurch also is known to clog toilets. Anyways, just pump a couple of the sprays in a toilet before you sit, let it rip, and enjoy your deuce. There you go, guys. Watch a little TikTok, little Instagram reels while you're taking a deuce. You don't have to worry about the smell because Dude Bombs is subduing it. No more embarrassing dumps. You know, you're standing there. And you're in Starbucks. You run to the restroom to take a deuce, and you got your Dude Bomb spray with you in your laptop bag, dude, or something. You know, you've taken a dump. You've walked out. There's a hot chick there. You're like, she's going in after you. You just leave the store. You just walk right out the front doors because you don't want to be sitting there at a table and she comes out and look because you know she knows.
Gives you the look.
Right. She knows you know. That's embarrassing, dude.
You know, this makes me think of something, actually. You know, we sell this as dude wipes. But ladies, get yourself some dude wipes because speaking of Starbucks,
my wife uses mine, by the way.
Good.
She's been stealing some. Yeah. Pisses me off.
You just have to start ordering.
I said, that says dude on it.
It doesn't say chick wipes.
That's right.
But ladies, you might want to start packing yourself some little dude wipes in your purse because I've gone into some bathrooms after some ladies there at Starbucks. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you, they have the ability to make a stink
I try to believe women's poop doesn't stink.
No.
But it does.
It does.
It does. Just like guys. I always had, in my head, I don't want to think about it. So say you notice that secondhand stank, and then you can take a dump and that hot chick can walk right in after you and you have no worries. You can sit down and have a coffee and she's going to do nothing but smile at you when she comes out going, you smell so fresh.
Between the dude bombs and the dude wipes, there's nothing left.
That's right. That's right. Leave it better than you found it, smelling better than you found it. Gone are the days, those smelly, embarrassing bathroom exits, guys. So here is the deal. They are from the creators of the beloved Dude Wipes, lawabidingbiker.com/dude-bombs. Now, there's two different versions. What I was getting at is the ones I took to the store, Lurch, we tried two different ones. There's a spray bottle, and you spray it in before you take the dump.
I like that one.
I do like it. Mm-hmm. Now, the other ones they're a bag, and they look like the little detergent that you put in your dishwasher packets. Mm-hmm. You drop them in, and they dissolve in the water and do this. It basically sprays itself. Yeah. And
it sprays itself.
I guess, whatever you say. It releases the anti-odor stuff itself, whatever they do. You drop them in. And that's another option. And I like those too. So I had an extra bag here because I've got the spray here and I took those down to the store so we can use those. We need to just keep testing those. But yeah, that's your option. And once you hit that link, you guys, it'll take you to that page where you can check out the drop-ins and the actual spray. So there you go. We got let's do this, and then we've got an email here. Want to ride longer? Tired of a sore and achy ass? Then fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. All right. So we got an email here. Do you want to handle this, Lurch?
I got mail. Yay. I got mail. Yay.
Yep, actually a Facebook page post in our patron-only members Facebook page.
All right.
And this is from none other than Matt Haywood. He says, I know a lot.
Boner.
Yeah, his nickname's Boner. Popeye gave him that name because one day Popeye was saying, hey, Wood. And then he thought of Boner. So anyways,
Hey, Wood.
Poor Matt. His nickname's Boner now. That's how nicknames come. I wouldn't have picked Lurch, you know. Yeah. Nicknames, the best nicknames are ones that somebody picks for you. I just thought this was a good little deal, and we've got a link that we'll have in the music note or the show notes. But he says, I know a lot of you have been looking for ways to store your saddlebags while working on your bikes. Well, ask me how. There are many DIY solutions, but with the price of materials, it can cost in excess of $50. But you may not have considered is a guitar stand is perfect for your saddlebags. Keeps them upright and protected from scratches. They have silicone rubber pads that will protect your paint. Amazon has them for sale right now. Make sure to use the Lab affiliate link and search for Muscab, M-U-S-C-A-B guitar stand. But easier than that, just go to the show notes and click on the link. We've got a little Amazon link. You click through. We get a little taste, no extra cost to you. But it's a great idea. Actually,
we could have made a link too.
Yeah.
Like, what are they called?
I've already made a link.
Saddlebag stands or something?
Oh, we can make a pretty link. Is what you're saying.
Make a nice link for people.
I can make a neat. Yeah, let's do. There'll be law-abiding biker / saddlebag stands. All one word. Saddlebag.
All one
stands.
word. Or you want to put a dash?
No dash.
No dash.
Nope. No dash. Just one word. Saddlebag.
Everything else we've done is a dash.
It'll be saddle dash bags dash stand.
No, you just do saddlebags dash stand. It's up to you. Like
Just
fresh dash butt. Right?
Okay.
Saddlebags dash.
Just
stands.
use the link in the show notes. We'll figure out what we're going to use. But it's a great idea because I have a guitar and just recently got a stand for it. And they're lightweight. They're you can fold them up and put them out of the way. So you get yourself a couple of those. You can set your saddlebags on there and protect them while you're working on your bike.
So just so you know, because it's a podcast, it will be lawabidingbiker.com /saddlebag-stands.
There you go.
Just official. That way
it's official
they know.
now.
I'm looking at them. So here's the deal. And I appreciate
I like these ones in particular because they fold up in a small package.
Yeah. So you put your saddlebag on that, huh?
Yeah, you just set it right on there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll say.
You've probably seen the ones that people make out of PVC pipe and then they put the pipe insulation on them. I know you. You just set yours right on the concrete. You don't give a shit.
I was just going to say.
The first time you did it to mine, like, now I don't care.
You guys and your saddlebags. Anyways, no, I appreciate this and I appreciate it, Matt. But I am going to make a little fun, not at Matt, but in general. This is cool. And if you're one of those guys, then this is a good product for you. And usually I'd say, you got to go get it. It's an affiliate link. We make money. I'm just the kind of guy, and I know Lurch might be one of these guys. I'm not, I just set mine on the concrete.
I usually lay a towel down or something, set it on the towel.
Sometimes I set my saddlebags down the concrete. Lurch goes and gets a towel, lifts it back up and puts it on a towel. And I'm like, dude, here's the deal, guys. I don't give two shits if there's any, and it's just concrete. It's not hurting the bottom of my saddlebag. And number two, I don't care what the bottom of my saddlebag looks like, honestly.
Well, most people do.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about most people. I think there are a lot of people, but I wouldn't say most. I think there's probably 50-50 split on that.
Oh, I don't think so.
When's the last time you got under your bike to look at the bottom of your saddlebags? Never. Anyways, I'll just leave it at that. I just had to throw it out there that no, I am not one that will be getting these. But definitely, if you're one of those overly anal guys like Lurch or Matt Haywood, then you definitely need this in your life. And you can use our affiliate link /saddlebag/stands. You know where you need to add this to our affiliate store?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm doing that. So there it goes. We appreciate the, a lot of stuff going on in the private Facebook group, patron only there. And we share some of what goes on in there outside on the podcast episodes, of course. Hey, Bikeaholics, 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of 03D products. Lurch.
Yeah.
How's your ass feeling?
At the moment, fine.
Good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. You want to ride longer?
You know it.
Are you tired of a sore and achy ass?
Yeah. I mean, who's not?
Stop meeting people in the alley late at night? Then fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion.
I'm going to stop answering those questions because then you're just making shit up.
Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Any other emails to cover anything, or was that it?
That was it, my friend.
That's it. Oh, tricked you there. Let's get this thing started. We got an awesome episode for you guys. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority of the big MM, also known as the
99%.
Large and in charge of the motorcycle scene. That's right. We are more than any time in history because by being here, by listening, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
We have one question before we get started. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast and your
high-tech redneck.
So the episode today, guys, we're just going to get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. It's kind of just going to be a BS session, but it'll be fun. And so we are officially, for a while now, we're just getting to this podcast, but we are officially moved into the new Law Abiding Biker store building. There's a lot of changes going on. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the new building. We're going to talk about some of the things that have happened since then and kind of just get you up to date. Probably mention some products during this episode. And yeah, should be fun. Just be me and Lurch sitting here BSing about that. Now, we do want to mention cranking out new videos on YouTube faster than we can mention them. But here's one that we want to talk about.
This one is a motorcycle paradise. Old Spiral Highway, Secret, Beware, a short documentary. The link is in the show notes below. This is a very awesome road just outside of Lewiston, Idaho, that has a lot of curves and it descends or ascends pretty quickly. From the top, you look down over Lewiston, great view. It's just a lot of fun on a motorcycle. So if you're in the area, it's worth going maybe a little bit out of the way to hit that road. And it's easy to go by if you're not aware where it's at. You can just zoom right through Lewiston and miss it. So we just wanted to share that awesome little motorcycle paradise with you. I
tell you all about it, some of the history of it, how many corners, all that. It's a little short documentary, very short. And I show you the highway. And I think in that video below it are links to it in Google Maps. But yeah, go check it out. A motorcycle paradise. And it'll be in the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is how you always get the show notes. Or right in any app you're listening to, like Apple Podcasts, you can just hit the episode, or scroll down, expose the show notes, and there'll be a clickable link there for you.
64 curves in 7 miles. And yes, you do have
no reason to watch the video now because Lurch just spoiled it for you. You want to just give the whole history of the highway too?
No, I'm not giving all that.
You can't just read the Wikipedia. It's fine, dude.
No, I'm just giving them enough to interest them so that they'll look it up.
There you go. No, there's a lot more in the video than that. I just had to bust his balls. So
what's new?
Make sure you subscribe when you're over there. We're almost at 200K subscribers, guys. We want to get over the 200K bump. So please, it's free. It's easy. Just hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. I want to thank the following people, continuing to grow our patron membership. We want to get you benefits. We want to get to know you better, private Facebook group, all that stuff. So these are some of our sponsors of this episode and why we're still coming to you strong after 10 freaking years, guys.
We'd like to thank Eugene Rice of Greenwood Lake, New York. He is top tier. Chris Hinton of Marietta, California, also top tier. And Jim Snyder of Granger, Indiana.
Lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. Pledge a certain amount per piece of content. No risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. We understand that there are benefits, of course, such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group, Troll-Free Zone, nothing but bikers helping and connecting with other bikers. Amazing stuff going on in there. You get access to podcasts early like this. Our members will get this months before it comes out, in most cases, sometimes weeks, but a lot of times months before it comes out to everybody else. Access to live video broadcasts and chat that we do. Premium members get access to our premium videos. I should say our top tier members get access to premium videos up on request. And of course, access to those ride, meetup, and events. We appreciate you considering becoming a member. There's no better time and still growing here in 2023. And we absolutely, I know you guys get tired of us talking about patron members, but there's a reason we do so much. And we just wish, continue to grow our patron members, continue to add benefits, and take us into the future so we can continue to help as many bikers as we can worldwide. So let's dive right in, Lurch. I don't know where we're going to go with this episode. We just got some information to tell you about. So earlier, basically late 2022, we started, I could get completely, all right. So in late 2022, Lurch and I decided we were going to look for a new store building. Now, a lot of for the last 8 years, we had our store facility. We're in the Yakima, greater Yakima, Washington area. Our store was a little over an hour away. It was in the greater Tri-Cities, Washington area, Richland, Kennewick, Pasco area. The reason it was down there, we leased several different facilities down there because we moved a couple times. The reason it was down there is because Big Daddy Kane was our store operations manager. Additionally, Goat Brian White down there. He was down there and he was helping shipping products and stuff. So we felt it, and they were working. Brian was retired, but Big Daddy Kane was still working as a full-time law enforcement officer. I'm still working as a full-time law enforcement officer. And so we're basically doing two jobs. And so strategically, logistically, I should say, it was better to have it down there so Rick could get in there, Brian could get in there. And we knew someday, we had lots of talks. We knew someday that all store operations, because it makes sense as we grow, as we move forward, I need the store closer to me. Lurch here sitting is full-time, works for Law Abiding Biker Media as a chief operations officer. And I brought him up a couple of years ago, full-time. He was working part-time before that, you guys know, for years. Anyways, it makes sense that all operations are out of the same city, and make it accessible so Lurch can go down as COO and he can jump in the store real quick, and the store operations manager can talk to him more, and employees and oversight and all that kind of stuff. Plus, we wanted a bigger facility. The reason we moved several times is because we outgrew our facilities. As we grow, we appreciate your guys' support for shopping in the store. You guys make that possible for us to continue to move forward. So there's a couple reasons. The other reason was Big Daddy Kane, and you can correct me on any of this if I miss facts or screw stuff up, because the timelines we have a lot going on, and I am getting older and I forget stuff sometimes. But we kind of wanted to move it up here. We weren't sure exactly at that time. We were in talks with Big Daddy Kane. He was going to retire law enforcement. He had things in the works, and it looked like kind of that he might retire in the spring. So, and we had talked in the past that when he retired from law enforcement, that we were going to move the store building up here, that we're going to look for a facility. So anyways, with all that, we started looking. Lurch and I worked our asses off. We found a building.
We did.
Eventually. We looked at several, and we moved on a building. And I think we did a podcast kind of talking about some of that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to rehash that. You can go back in episodes. We talked more about the deal and kind of what we were doing.
Our experience of looking at buildings and some of the things that we ran across. And yeah, it was quite comical, some of the ones we looked at, because we are a small bootstrap company. We're not rolling in the dough. So we have to be very smart.
We're not Revzilla, JP Cycles, Cycle Gear, all owned by one
big Komodo
Holdings Inc. Yes.
Yeah, we're still small and bootstrap, and so we had to be very smart with our money so that we can make sure to keep this thing going. And so our price point was left us in a position where maybe some of the buildings that we looked at were less than desirable, but knowing that we could put money into them and get them going. So yeah, if you listen to that old podcast, some of the weird shit we ran across on a couple of the other buildings is quite entertaining. But we lucked out with this one. This was a good solid bones, and we're slowly working on it. But our side's good to go. We just need to eventually get the other side up to snuff.
Yeah, it's a big building. We lease half of it out.
Yeah, big shout out to Bob Dawson, patron member Bob Dawson. He's painted our side. We're going to work with him next year to get the outside painted.
Yeah.
And at some point he'll be painting the other side. So thank Bob for that. Did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Bob does great work. Saw him last week at the local dealership.
Oh, good.
Happened to see him there and chatted with him. But anyways, we did find a building. Like I say, we're occupying half and we're leasing out half. If we ever need to in the future, we have the option of even taking over the other side. But for right now, it's a big enough building that half's working great for us, and we can lease out the other half.
The other half will be a strip club when we get around to it, or a bar and strip club. That's what some of the guys are saying. You should put a bar on that side.
That'll be fun. A restaurant, like a biker bar restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be cool, dude?
Sounds good in theory until you actually have to run a bar.
No,
or
I don't want to.
I don't either.
No, but it sounds fun. If somebody else, we'll lease it out.
We'll lease out somebody if they want to put a bar
in there. If you're interested in that, we'll lease it out to you and you start the biker bar restaurant. That would be money.
Yeah.
That would be great. Anyways, we did acquire that building, closed in January of this year, right in the middle of the winter. And,
right through the holidays, like we didn't have enough going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a busy time, and, we had another tenant in our side and we needed some time for them. You know, we gave them time to get moved out and stuff. So anyways, we didn't have to move on it right away. And then we just let our side sit vacant, because Big Daddy his retirement date was coming up in June, and I didn't want to like move stuff up here right away. He was planning on retiring and had made the decision throughout the months that he wasn't going to continue.
Yeah, had some life changes. You know, he maybe considered about moving up here, but that wasn't going to work out. And then he had some health issues. And so his decision to be our store manager changed from last fall to this spring. Yes.
And those were just business talks. And Big Daddy's still very much a part of us. He's part of the Sworn Few Motorcycle Club. We see him. So yeah, it was nothing, so you guys know, it had nothing to do with other than his own personal decision. And we weren't sure when we did transition whether he was going to do that. We never originally knew. It was something in the future, and it came to fruition. And he actually retired, and he's working at a different job at a school doing some security stuff for students and things like that. So it is a long commute. And with that said, Brian Goat also, he's taking care of a family member full-time and
his mother.
So, and for him to commute up here every day doesn't make sense. And so he also retired, I guess. He was already retired law enforcement, but now he retired from doing the store, but he's definitely got his hands full.
Can't thank those guys enough either for the job that they did running that store for all those years. It's quite a bit of work. It's fun. I've enjoyed it, and we'll talk about you. You got the opportunity to do some of it here lately, but just a big thanks to Rick and Brian for all they did to make that thing successful.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. And, still very much parts of our life and friends, and Big Daddy's still in the private Facebook group. And so he's still very accessible. It's just, you're not going to be, technically ask him a lot of store questions. He's not doing that anymore. So right now we're just, without getting into our complete future plans for how we're going to run the store, we're just in a transition phase, and Lurch as CEO kind of took over now. And I did a bunch of shipping last week. We're still transitioning exactly how what we're doing and moving forward. We're probably going to bring on another employee at some point. It looks like Oscar might want to get involved with some of the shipping stuff.
Yeah, he's expressed interest. He said it'd be fun to go down and play with motorcycle parts and hang out and talk to people about motorcycles. So I think that's right up his alley. He's very knowledgeable. He's like Rick too. They know a lot of facts and specs, and put a lot of time into looking at motorcycles in general. So wealth of knowledge. He'll be fun to have down there.
Yep. And so in the future, I'm not announcing it yet, but we may or may not have an employment opportunity or two. But we'll put that out on the podcast, the YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. We're just, like I said, we're in a transition phase right now and dialing some things in. Me and Lurch are making some changes to try to get things squared away for different, when people come in, just some organizational things and stuff like that. So yeah, just call it a transition period right now. Yeah. But behind the scenes, you're mostly dealing with Lurch right now. Maybe Oscar, and then me sometimes, but that's probably going to cease here because I got to get back in editing some videos and doing some other stuff. But nonetheless, we did acquire that. And so in June, right, Lurch?
Yep, June 19th and 20th, I think was the days that we moved.
Yep.
If I remember right.
We did. We had 2 days, and we had Squid and who else?
We had Rick, Brian, Jeff, John, Victor, Squid.
Yeah, Victor was down there. Yep. Some of the club guys.
Yeah. So Jeff, came down from Wenatchee, rode down. John came up. And then Victor Squid came down from Othello area, and he worked till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, graveyard.
And hardly had any sleep. Came down and he helped for a little bit. Yeah.
Modified swing or something. Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. Those guys, we did everything. We had lots of trucks, lots of trailers, and we did one big swoop. And it was interesting moving out of our old facility. We got out of that lease, and I know they had been there a long time. We definitely were outgrowed it. It was a much smaller space, and
it was two or three cobbled together.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Spaces, right? Yeah. So it was nice to once we got everything up here, we actually have room again in this building to grow.
Yes,
like we filled it, part of it, but we've still got a lot of space, and we can put more shelves, more product.
Yeah, we could even reorganize the back a little bit. So our side is broken into two spaces. What we call the warehouse of the shipping area. This is kind of the back part, and that's full of all of our shelves and all of our inventory and our shipping station and our computers and whatnot. Then out front is the store, which we're starting to fill, and so we have quite a bit of room out there. So I'm looking forward to being able to bring more product, maybe get into more apparel and stuff like we have in the past.
Yep. Right. Yeah. And that's just one of the things we couldn't do in our smaller space down there. But we stuck with the last year lease because we kind of knew that Rick might retire and we might transition. So we kind of just held the ship steering wheel straight. Yeah. We didn't get off course, and we couldn't grow a lot. We couldn't do the things we wanted to do necessarily, but we knew we needed to be in a holding pattern for a year. And now it's come to fruition, and we've made the transition, and we're super excited. So with that said, let's do this, and then we'll move in. And we got a lot more to talk about here, guys. A lot more to talk about.
Hey, Bikeaholics, searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team with riders of over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check at your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
So where we ended up, guys, here with the store building is, so we live in the greater Yakima, Washington State area. The building is actually in Union Gap, which is basically a suburb of, like, you leave Yakima, you don't know you're in Union Gap. No, unless you live here, you know the spots, but you know where the city separates. But so it's in Union Gap, Washington, about a 15-minute drive from my house. Closer for Lurch. Is it about 15? Yeah, I guess you're out far enough west.
Yeah, it's a good spot right in the middle for us.
It is, and it's a very nice location. Our building, we ended up, it's awesome. We literally ended up on what's called Main Street. So our address is 3302 Main Street, Union Gap, Washington, 98903. It's on our store. We're listing as in our address now. With that said, and I know a lot of you know, you can't just stop by. Not yet. Our store, just like always, we are online. We ship all over, not to all countries based on fraud, but a lot of countries we still ship to. And the United States, of course. That's the biggest part of our business. We're not sure in the future whether, we're going to do a brick and mortar side, probably part-time. We're not sure. We are setting up the front, and here's why. For now, if you guys are coming, just like it was in Richland with Big Daddy Kane, if you guys are coming through, and you want to pick something up and you don't want to pay shipping, or you just want to see the store, or you want to say hi to us, definitely email us over on the store. Let us know you're coming through. You want to see it. If we can work it out and we're going to be there shipping anyways, we'll of course try to do that for you. So that's kind of the way it is by appointment now, but we are setting it up. We would like to have the front to where we would be open at certain hours and stuff so people could stop by and see things. And Lurch is working on a display area up front with some of our more popular products. So it's just give us a little time with that. But right now, if you stop by, the doors are locked and you wouldn't be able to get in. We're not open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 yet. So,
open when we're there and by appointment only.
Yep. There you go. So yeah, just something to be aware. And don't send us necessarily anything to that address. You can do mail, but if you ship something, we can't accept it because we're not there all the time. So if you have a return or something like that, of course, we'll work all that through email. We'll make sure it's sent to an address that somebody can accept it. So just want to be aware of that. I gave you the address, but with those limitations, I just want to give you an idea where it was. It's right on Main Street, which is the main drag right through Union Gap. Commercially, it's unbelievable location. We're blessed.
Yeah.
God blessed us to find this building.
Right between USPS and UPS. I mean, right off the highway.
We're 3 blocks from the USPS where we got to drop a lot of packages. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. Right off the freeway for bikers. So if we do go more, or if somebody wants to put a biker bar and restaurant on the other side of that, we're literally, you just take an exit and then you're right at our street. And I can get on the freeway and bump around to where I live. It is. We just were really, really blessed with this location. And so we've been moving in ever since, getting things squared away, I should say. Now, Lurch, I think at some point I have in here, and Lurch is trying to expand our business, and so he's trying to sell some stuff to a tweaker. This was hilarious, dude. You got to tell this story.
Okay, we'll go back even a little bit farther. The previous tenant took just about everything that wasn't nailed down, and that's fine. It's a commercial space, and they'd been there for a long time, and a lot of that stuff that was in there, it was theirs. That's kind of how commercial spaces are. You build them to suit for yourself. But the one thing that they didn't take was a desk that weighed like 3,000 pounds. It was
that you wanted to keep.
Well,
I was so pissed off at that thing.
Only because it took up most of the room. It's not like this little desk that you could just pick up and take out. It was a office.
1980s.
Yeah,
how they used to build desks.
Yes, absolutely. It's solid.
Overkill.
It had metal cabinets on both sides. It had metal cabinets across the top. It had almost a 1-inch thick wooden platform for the desk. It reminded me actually of just what we had at the State Patrol back in the day with a lot of that office type furniture. But it literally took up 80% of the room. And when Bob and the guys painted, I said, Bob, I don't care what's behind it. Just throw some plastic over that desk and spray it. The thing weighs a ton. But they were able to move it out. They didn't get moved back though. So when we were moving in, we went to move it back, and it was getting hung up on the carpet. We couldn't get back into place, and finally
the legs were ripping the carpet and going underneath the carpet. It was cheap ass carpet on, by the way.
It was, which that's on the list of things to get replaced too. But all of a sudden, just hear all kinds of noise, and Ryan and Squid and Jeff, and I think
I bagged out.
Did you?
They finally said we'll handle it because people were asking me questions on stuff.
There was 2 or 3 guys back there, and maybe Victor was back there. They just
Victor,
just took it apart and brought it out in pieces, and I said, just stack it out on the sidewalk. We'll get rid of it later. And so
my words were when I left there in the office, I was in there. I go, I don't give a fuck what you guys do with that thing. I don't destroy the motherfucker. Whatever you do, get it the fuck out of this building. I didn't want that desk. I can't stand it. It was pissing me off. Anyways, I had a cut from it.
I was just going to leave it there because of the inconvenience of getting it out of there. But
I'm sorry I overrode you on that, but I was fucking pissed.
Well, by the time I saw the shape it was in, I agreed. Yeah, it needs to come out because it's, we're trying to, it's one of those things that you build in place.
Yeah, right.
And it's really hard to move. And so by the time the decision was made to just take it out of there, I agreed it needed to go. But we just had them stack it all up on the sidewalk. And I was going to come down the next day, or I can't remember the day after anyways, with a little flatbed trailer I got and haul it off to the dump. So I was doing that. So this is the story I was going to tell. So I'm out there taking this thing apart, and you refer to him as a tweaker. And I don't know that he was a tweaker, but he was not all mentally there,
Okay.
walking the neighborhood. And he said, hey, what are you going to do with those shelves? I said, or the drawers. So those are filing cabinets. I said, I'm just taking to the dump, throwing it away. Oh, I think I could use them. So I'm like, hey, if you think you can use them, go ahead. And he starts looking at them. Oh, I don't have tools. I'm going to go get some tools and come back. I'm like, all right, whatever. Because the pieces of the desk top were attached to the top of the filing cabinets. He just wanted the filing cabinets. And of course, he's just walking along with his dog and just him and the dog. I don't know what he was going to do with them anyways, but
and I just want to say real quick, this is where Lurch, God bless him, is a much more patient person than me, because he actually entertained this guy's request. I'd have been like, dude, because I deal with these guys all the time in the city, and I'm like, dude, you ain't, and no, and get out. And I would have been nice. I said, no, dude, sorry, somebody's already got it. I'd have made something up, but this is Lurch, and I appreciate this. I was just
thinking that's two pieces of metal I don't have to deal with.
Right.
So the next day I come back, they're still there.
Yeah, no. Are you? I can't believe that, dude.
So I grab some tools and I take the two desk pieces off the top, and then I set the two filing cabinets there by the back door, and 2, 3, 4 days later, they're still there. So I hauled them off to the dump eventually.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and I appreciate you doing that, dude. I felt bad that you ended up doing that by yourself.
I hauled a lot of stuff out of there. So we had to haul that desk out, and then the previous tenant, for whatever reason, I think they were trying to take the, would you call it a customer
service counter?
Customer service counter. They were going to take that out, and it looks like it broke as they were taking it out. So then they just left it out back. So
in the alley.
Yeah.
Just
left it.
Yep.
So then I had to take a saw down there and cut it in half so it was manageable and put that on a trailer. There was a bunch of old, cubbies, like along the base of the windows.
Oh yeah,
almost like a bench. Like if we would have thrown some padding down or something, it could have been a bench.
We did a vlog when we were moving in. It's on the YouTube channel. Check that out. It shows a lot of the stuff when we first walked, before we even moved product, and just some of the stuff we had to do to that building. But it's a fun vlog.
Yeah. So we gutted the whole thing and rebuilt it. But hauled a lot of crap out of there.
So we're going to talk about some of the stuff we're doing to it and some of the stuff we've done. I'm going to let Lurch mostly. So I'm still obviously working two full-time jobs. So Lurch has really taken on a lot of the operations as far as the store and getting the building and that kind of stuff. I'll let him talk briefly about some of that stuff. So we are a bootstrap company, and this is how much so, guys, like, behind the scenes, we aren't, like I said, the big guys like you see that have money rolling out. We're trying to serve and help as many bikers as we can worldwide. And so we have to wear a lot of hats, and we can't just hire an IT guy to come in. I am IT. I am the owner
you are
of the company.
high-tech redneck.
2 full-time jobs I am, plus I'm IT and a whole bunch of other stuff. This is the way companies are, especially right now with the economy and as tight as things are. You just gotta, you can't outsource everything. You got to do as much as you can within reason.
And thank God that we were from a generation where our fathers taught us how to do some of that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Seriously, I mean, think about how much of the stuff that you and I can just do, and probably
not
take
IT
for
stuff,
granted.
but you're talking
I'm
more
talking
construction
in
type
general,
stuff, right?
Just in general.
Yeah, it's true. Lurch is definitely. I'm better at IT, and he's definitely better at like construction type stuff. We can both do a lot of it, but definitely if there's a technical question on removing a wall or something, I'm going to Lurch, and definitely if there's a Wi-Fi issue and he can't figure it out, he's coming to me.
Yeah. What got me onto that was you talked about outsourcing and hiring people. I mean, that's kind of the model these days. These young guys and gals to some extent too, just hire people. You just, there's somebody for that. Everybody specializes.
And that's great if you have the money, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
that's where they'll fail.
Absolutely. Especially as
they can't do anything on their own.
And as economies get tighter and you got to do some of your stuff, I've seen, I saw a video on one of the social medias anyways. It was a guy working on a car or something like that. And he was asked, how'd you learn how to do that? He goes, I grew up poor. I had to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My dad, same with your dad.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't afford to take it to the mechanic. No. You learned, we tore cars apart in our driveway. You figure shit out when you don't have money. Yeah, it's true. Not having money will teach you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
We grew up very, very poor.
Yeah.
We did I don't remember ever hiring people to do things. Well, not so.
Nope. Not that I can think of.
Yeah. Wow.
Unless it's something.
We even buy the old tubes for our TV and try to replace the tubes ourselves. I mean,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Boy, that's dating us, bro.
Maybe
Tubes.
Maybe like an
Tubes and
HVAC
TVs,
guy or
kids,
something.
for you kids listening. What'd you say?
You might find something special like an HVAC guy or maybe a a laundry repair guy, something like that. But most of the stuff we did ourselves.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Amazing. Okay. Yeah. Different times, guys. Yeah. And the kids these days, listen to us old guys.
I know.
You have no clue. Everything's at your fingertips. It's, it was not like that back then. So I became IT and I knew that. So some of the things I did, obviously.
Well, hold on. There was some really nice IT stuff in there. I don't know what you needed to upgrade.
Yeah. Remind me. You did a lot of this. I forget.
A lot of just old school cameras and doorbell things and, 5,000 yards of wire running back and forth over the tiles.
Phone landline phone cord up right through the ceiling. Yeah. So you did a lot of this. You have to remind me.
There was a doorbell, little dinger for the front door.
Oh yeah.
Which I still may look at. I know we've got the security system, but I might look for another one. But it's all Bluetooth and stuff these days, right? We can just put a couple sensors out there and it'll go to a speaker in the back. But they had, because they'd been there for a long time. So they had this crazy little reflector with a infrared, beam or something like that. But that was all wired, and there's wires up through the roof going back to the back to a speaker near the bathroom and a speaker near the office. It was just insane. There was an old car stereo had been wired in, and the old speakers. So I guess they just put, the battery wasn't there, but they must have had to hook that to a 12-volt battery or something to play music. It was just old school stuff. It's probably pretty cool for the time, but
this building has been around for a long time.
1950.
It's not 1950. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Thanks for jogging my memory. I forgot. Lurch did a lot of this stuff. I mean,
I had
it was such a blur to me.
Just the wires.
You told me you were down there a day just removing old wire. Yeah. So I got the, obviously high-tech redneck, and we are a media business. So whatever I do here at the studio where we're recording our podcast, by the way, we're keeping this. The media studio is the media. They're two separate entities. The media studio here where we record the podcast, the shop with all the motorcycles where we do all the maintenance videos and stuff like that. This is all remaining. It's on my property at my personal home. We built this obviously years ago. We were blessed enough to build this. And so it's all set up for media and all that side of the business. I will say that down there, I do have we've got the main desk for the store manager and shipping and all that. Then I have another desk, standing desk that I've since got I have a microphone for voiceover. I have a big monitor. I can hook my laptop. I can edit videos, what I'm saying down there, and do a lot of that stuff. Because sometimes I do end up down there, like one weekend, when I was covering for you, I shipped a bunch of stuff and then I spent the next 6 hours editing video there.
Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to get away and not be bothered. And when you're at work, it feels like it's just a different environment, When you're here, I would imagine you still can be distracted with external things, whereas you're down there, it's work,
Focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times we can work together. Like on the days we work together, Lurch can be shipping stuff and I'm not wasting time because time is key for us. And so I can still jump on there and edit video. So I have my whole kind of portable setup down there. But generally speaking, this is the media. I've got my huge video editing room in my home, and then all the stuff out here. So those are going to be kind of stay separate, but they also intertwine a little bit. So obviously we're a media driven business. What's up? You're laughing.
Not reading the show notes.
Oh God.
I forgot about this.
Oh, did you? Okay. So I got, high speed cable internet, the best of the best down there, high speed, best of the best Wi-Fi routers. We got our computers, of course, monitors. We've got label printers. We've got laser printers, all kinds of stuff for store operations, cables. We got two TVs, Apple TV, Google TV, and of course, just me, not only being tech, but because of my background, a very robust security system, cameras all over the outside of the building. We got cameras inside. We got alarms, door sensors, sirens, you name it. And not be a great place to break in. It's also a block from the police department, so they can actually hear the alarm. So we're in a good location. But yeah, it just takes a lot of time and there's a lot of tech involved, but it is up and running. And I was backing up Lurch this week in the store. I literally was shipping everything and doing all that. So I want to make the facility and for future employees, because we see that, we already had 2 employees. Obviously, Big Daddy and Brian are gone, so we're in this transition phase. But like I say, Oscar and maybe another employee, and who knows what the future will bring. We'll announce those opportunities to the audience as they come out. But I want to make it homey too, and money's tight. So this is a funny story. Lurch, since he's the chief operations, he's also technically we wear a lot of hats. He's also the CFO. So he really knows more he looks more than I do. Honestly, I couldn't tell you how much money we have where right now. Lurch looks at all that stuff. And so he's always busting my balls about, because I do. I get on some spending sprees where I probably spend stuff too fast, where we could spread it out over months.
Yeah.
And Lurch, so it's an ongoing joke. Lurch is going to take my credit card away because he sees shit. So the funny story is I'm trying to make this homey. And so I'll just buy shit. And so Lurch, I was in the store shipping all week and I'm like, this is stupid. Lurch, and I appreciate it. Lurch brought down a fridge.
Yeah, it's a little mini fridge that I had bought off of Rick. That he had, I think he had it at school or something, and he had it up for sale. It was a good price, so I grabbed it, and I hadn't put it to use yet. I was going to use it in my outdoor kitchen, just hadn't used it yet. So, and I said, hey, dude, I'll take it down there. So I put it down there. I threw a couple beers in there, some water, some pop, and figured, that'd be good enough.
No IPAs, by the way. 2 Coors Lights.
It was 4 Coors Lights.
Okay. But you could have got 2 IPAs. Listen, I don't even drink Coors.
I'm not putting the good stuff down there. That's in my fridge.
I got down to the store to ship them. I literally opened that. I was like, dude, you should have heard me out. I go, what the fuck is this?
The funny thing is I never drank of the same 4 that
is
were always
this a
there.
joke? Yeah. So he had and I appreciate it, but I was like, I got down there and I was like, okay, nope. So I literally packed up, walked out the door, because I'm like, I got to eat lunch. I literally was shipping stuff on my lunches. And I was like, there's not even enough room to put like a sandwich left over for tomorrow, and we need IPAs. And dude, I bought all kinds, just like this studio. And I try to treat our employees right. Waters, pops, beers, IPAs, good stuff. Plus, so I went to Costco. It wasn't Costco, Best Buy, bought a brand new fridge. It's still a mini fridge, but it's got a freezer in the top. It's a bigger mini fridge.
Larger.
So between the two, we have a lot of stuff, which is cool. One's kind of for some beverages, it was one's for some kind of beverages, and then the other one's bigger. But Lurch popped by when I wasn't there this week. He just swung in and he texts me and he goes, taking your credit card away. What's with the fridge?
Actually, my wife was with me too.
Didn't you say that or something?
Yeah, the wife was with me, and I walked out. I go, "Fucking Urlacher! I'm going to take his credit card away. He's bought more stuff for the store."
My first week, working in there and shipping stuff, and you're like, dude.
Well, the funny thing is,
you're going to find something else, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
I bought it yesterday.
Both Rick and I are much more frugal with your money than you are.
It's true.
But I do appreciate it as an employee and as a friend that, you're willing to get that stuff for us. I don't know. I guess when it's the company's money, the boss's money, you don't want to spend it as much, but hey, when it's yours, it's a little bit easier.
Right.
So you're going to tell me what it is, or I'm going to have to figure it out later?
No, I got us a Keurig.
Oh, Lord.
And pod. So you got a coffee maker now. So take yourself down a mug. Yeah. I'm going to get some mugs, but I haven't had time. So we got a microwave down there. We got a coffee maker, 2 fridges, sink, everything down there. And we got TVs. We got Apple TV. It's just a way I want to make it cozy for employees and somewhere where it's okay to hang out long term. And for me too, obviously. I'm down there editing video. I'm like, I need a coffee. Oh, there's no coffee maker. It's a store facility. We need a coffee maker.
Stuff we haven't got to yet. So I appreciate you getting it done.
Yeah. So it should be a little bit more cozy for you. And we'll keep adding stuff. We've got chairs, obviously we're just adding and stuff over time to make it, for employees. And there's hardly any other companies. So if we do have employment opportunities in the future, we are one of the only companies where I strongly encourage and I provide beer for you. I don't want you to get drunk, but to have a beer while you're shipping some items, I'm okay with that. That's cool. And I don't think you'll find another company, will you? I really haven't heard of those where I'm like, have a beer.
I do know that back in the day, Microsoft used to do that. I think it was just on Friday afternoons, but they would, I think you could have 2 or something.
Oh,
like
wow.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were pretty progressive back in the day with that.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yes, I have beer here. That's one of the things I can provide employees and if you don't drink beer, that's cool too. We got waters and pops and other beverages, but do the small things. You want to be a fun environment, number one, where you can have fun and do biker stuff. I mean, that's why we started this company. We want to help bikers. We want to have fun, but we want you to be comfortable and have, TV or radio or whatever you need and, some beverages. So, let's do this real quick. And then you can talk about some of the upgrades you're doing and some of the upgrades you're planning on doing.
Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already.
Feel my ass.
Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials. And unlike gel pads that will leak if punctured.
It feels so good on my ass.
The butt buffer is designed not to slide around on your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans up, and helps dampen them darn vibrations.
Oh, I like vibrations though.
With plenty of models to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head over to the Law-Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions.
There you go, guys. I shipped some butt buffers right out of the store this week.
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely one of our more popular selling items.
Yeah, true that. So I want to say this since I brought it up, and then I'll let you talk about some of the modifications and things you're planning on doing. I will tell you guys this. I'm going to go as far as saying I know 98% of this business, which is weird for a CEO. The bigger we get, the less I know.
That's natural.
And that's normal,
that's
right?
Normal. Yep. You just got to put people in place that you trust and, check occasionally, obviously. But
right.
Yeah, the bigger you grow, the less control you have over the day-to-day operations. And that can sometimes be difficult. You just got to, put people in place and hope they do the right thing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's true. So I would say it's odd as we've grown. It is a anomaly for me as a CEO to actually know 98% of this business still, with as much as we have going on. I don't know it all perfect, but I started it. I'm just saying, like, I can edit audio, I can edit video, I can run IT, I can add products to store. I've done that for years. As far as there's just so many different softwares and things we use. The one thing, the 2% that I didn't know that I never did was the actual shipping operation. So that means fulfilling the orders but I built the store. I built how to do fitment. You remember, I redesigned the website with our developers. So don't think I don't know anything about the store. I just had never, Rick always did it. And then you took over and you did it. And Brian, I had went down and met Rick a couple days and I just hung out and was the peanut gallery while he was shipping shit, but I never really learned it.
Right.
And it was the one thing of the business. I was like, it's handled. I can't know everything. This week I got baptism by fire.
Yeah.
We've been really busy and Lurch had some things he needed to tend to. And so, because he was so busy,
well, you're kind of glossing over that. I know why you're doing it, but my mother passed away.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to mention it. We hadn't talked about it, so
I know.
I didn't want to do it unless you did.
Yeah. So unfortunately, my mother passed away here recently, and it got really hard for me to handle the business, obviously. So Ryan stepped up, and not only is he doing his law enforcement job and the job that he does for Lab, then he took on all of my job for this last week. So I just want to say I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's what brothers do for each other. And on the same token, I want to hand it back. Like, I was honored to be able to do it because you guys forget, several years ago, I went through some health issues and I couldn't focus on the business, and Lurch stepped up for me and handled everything. So he did it longer. It was an opportunity for me. Yes, it's a lot, but hey, during times, that's what brothers do. I buckled down. You don't even think about it.
Right.
You go into survival mode and you get shit done. And we got shit done. And Lurch could have taken more time off, and I would have kept doing it, but he came back, and I'm glad to have him back. And we're sitting down. This is day one. We've been back together, and we're spitting 2 podcasts, and we got a lot to catch up on. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you and what you did for me in the past. And I was able to hopefully somewhat pay you back for all the stuff you did for me. So that's what brothers, we're not just, work together. We're also brothers and close friends. And so we take care of each other. When it's time to get shit done, we get shit done. So now I got off track. Oh, so that's the operations. So his baptism by fire. So I sat down and I literally did this, and I did it every day. Just because I had other stuff going on, I wanted to stay up on orders. Sometimes we just do it every other day, where we ship. But now I can truly say, I know 100% of the business. Now that's going to change, like you said, in the future. And I don't have any expectation that I'll know. That's why I never cared about shipping. I was like, I just got to let it go. I can't know everything. And I got people for that. So this was a way that I was forced to learn it. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time down there. I got to talk to all the emails being answered, a lot of them. Lurch was still working on a few, so you might see them labeled from him. Anyways, I got to learn that process. Now, can I say I did 100% efficiently? No, and I'm not gonna, I'll be able to talk shit about myself because if I did it for another 3 weeks, I'd be very efficient. But 1 week, I still did it fine, but it wasn't, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to learn what packaging to use. And if you do it long enough, you just have it memorized. Rick would just know.
Box sizes you memorize.
Oh yeah. Rick had all the box sizes memorized. You go, that goes in this and this goes in that. And
even you've memorized some so far.
I have too. Yeah.
Like I was shipping yesterday. I'm like, first aid kit 7x7x7. I just knew it. So you would pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah. You get the common items.
Yes.
Multiple item orders. Sometimes I got to go, stack it all up and measure it or get a box to see if it fits. And some of the larger items I'm still learning, but there is some, you learn
what breaks, what doesn't, what you need to put peanuts in.
Yeah. Some stuff can go in the padded mailers.
Yeah.
Some needs to go in a box and, it's, I enjoy it actually. It's kind of fun.
It is honestly
very fulfilling. I don't know if fulfilling is the right word.
Satisfying.
Satisfying. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. Mm-hmm. The week I spent down there, even though I was busy, I told you we had a talk in the truck this morning. We were taking a bunch of stuff, like 4 bags. I had like 450 orders that we were dropping. And because I boxed them and fulfilled them over the weekend, and you can't get them to USPS till Monday, obviously. So we dropped them. But I will say, it's very, we look forward to expanding, and hopefully employees will, obviously in the future. It's a very, I enjoyed it. And maybe it's because it was different than what I'm used to doing with the business.
Something
new to learn. And it tested me a little bit. But it wasn't difficult. And, we got fridge down there. I ate down there. I got TVs. I took the dog down with me. Louis, the studio dog, was now Louis, the store dog. He's got a bed down there and water bowl and toys. It is very satisfying. It's not extremely hard. You just got to have your mind sharp, make sure you're shipping the right stuff. You can make a mistake on a product or ship 1 instead of 2 accidentally. And definitely I'm human and we all make those mistakes.
Yep. So if Ryan shipped you something wrong, I'll take care of it this week.
Yeah, right. Believe it or not, out of all the orders that I did, I'm guessing I did like 75, 80. That's just a guess.
That's pretty good for the week. Yeah.
Yeah. For the week. And I will say there's only one mistake that I made where I shipped 1 biker gripper, but he ordered 2, and he emailed me, and we're just that kind of store guys. I was like, yep, my mistake, my bad. And I threw in some bug slide and some extra stuff for him. And he's a motor officer. It just fell on my sword, said, yep, totally. That would definitely be my mistake. My bad. I'm getting one in priority mail ASAP, and I'm throwing in bug slide and some other stuff. And so, but you're going to, make those mistakes, especially when
I did for sure.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Now I have, and by doing that, you learn processes.
Right.
So I would look before I would ship 1 of 1, and you start before you kind of can glaze over that. Now before I box everything up, I look at the packing slip and I go, verify 1 of 1, verify the product, and then you put it in, and but you learn. That's how you learn. You're like, you punch yourself in the head. But other than that, I didn't make any mistakes. I've got no other emails. Good, everything got out. So I'm pretty happy with it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. With that said, why don't you dive in and then we'll take this episode out. We got, just a few more things to talk about, but why don't you talk about, briefly some of the upgrades that you did and some of the upgrades that are coming.
Well, we put a new toilet in there.
Yeah.
Listen, for all you listening, the toilet that was in there should
be illegal.
It was fine.
Bullshit.
It worked.
Illegal.
You could pee in it, you could poop in it, and it flushed. But it was an old school, shorter toilet. It was round,
not elongated,
not elongated, so it didn't have enough room for
all you boys know what I'm talking about. It's unsanitary.
Yeah, it is nice to have the elongated one. And again, it was
this way.
It was functional, so I'm like, it's fine. We'll deal with it later. Not Ryan. No, he goes to the store and buys one, takes it, and we installed it.
So here's the deal: you go sit on that thing. Your freaking meat is all crushed up against the lid. Your meat. You're cocking balls up against all over the lid and shit. I go in there right after you take a dump. My meat's up against your meat.
Or now,
that is unacceptable.
That makes us Peter-in-laws.
It's unacceptable. Peter-in-law. That's a good one. I never heard that. Sorry. That's not cool.
So we put
I don't want your meat near my meat.
Put a new toilet in there. All new shelving for the back, a little heavier duty shelving, and a shipping table so that we could be comfortable when we're shipping. The counter that we had down at the other store worked, but it was a lower counter because it was an older building, and being
Dude,
tall.
you did a good job buying that.
Yeah, being tall, it's nice to have that counter like
badass.
36 inches. Yeah, that's a nice setup there.
I wish we could have fit that in the old store for them.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have
that was
them.
money buying that. You did a good job researching that. It's got tape dispenser holders and little things, and it's high, and you got box things above. It's very organized well.
Yeah, U-line. That was really nice. Let's see, what else did we do? Got the carpet cleaned out front. We got all desks and stuff inside in the office area. We still need to do the carpet. It's hideous. It's ugly maroon. They had this maroon carpet all over the place. And they actually had maroon carpet on the walls, which worked for them because they were a trophy and sign shop. So they would put sticky Velcro on the back of things and stick it to the carpet for a display. And I was trying to figure out what to do with it. And Bob Dawson, bless his heart, I said, "Do you think we can paint this?"
I didn't know you could.
Yeah, I'd seen it. I'd seen people paint carpet
that stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember why. I have no idea why I know that
I would have never. I'd go, that's a stupid. You can't paint carpet. That's what I would have said had I not known. I'd say, that's stupid. You can't paint carpet.
But he did. He painted it, and it turned out pretty damn well. I'm happy with it. So it saved us quite a bit of time and effort of stripping, because that carpet was glued to sheetrock. It wouldn't have been easy to peel off. We would have had quite a bit of work to get that stuff back up to speed. So thank God that paint covered it all. But
we figure we can always change stuff in the future, but we're trying to be careful with money too. So that was a good alternative right now.
We had to do a bunch of updating to the plumbing and electrical, just cleaning stuff up and get it up to code. Had to put a new HVAC system in.
Yeah, there's two HVAC systems in that building, one for our side, one for the other. The other one was tits up. We knew that going into the buy. Yeah. And so it was part of the negotiation and deal, but that was a huge expense, but brand new on that side.
Yeah, absolutely. And ours is working fine on our side. It's been replaced, I think, in the late 90s. So we'll probably have to replace it at some point too, but we'll see. So some of the things we're still working on is signage. We do have, we got the company that does did our labels.
Lurch did all this. I had nothing to do with this.
Our, not labels, stickers, decals. Decals for the side of our law-abiding biker trailer. We had them duplicate that and put it on the windows. To get that up, they were able to
We
do
need
that
some of these
quickly.
lab flags from them. Like I have the big banners for inside. Like the Harley Davidson one we have in our stockroom. We need some of those lab for the main showroom.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So just throwing it out there since we're talking about this.
Yeah, they can do that for us.
Yeah.
And the main sticker, the little round sticker that we send out in packages or hand out, that's what we use as the decal for the trailer. And that was a 3-foot circle. They did a 4-foot circle on the window, so it's nice and big, and it's got all of our social media stuff and our YouTube and all that kind of stuff on there.
A lot of windows on one side of the building, so it kind of really stands out. It looks good. You did a good job.
Still need to put a big sign out front. Just need to finalize the layout of that, whether or not we're just going to use the store decal, or we're going to put some stuff down the sides like motorcycle accessories, apparel, that kind of stuff. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's coming along quite well.
The main sign you're working on, right? For there's going to over the door that faces Main Street. Yeah, Lurch is working on that. That's going to be the main sign. It's coming together. But a few banners, some of our vendor banners we want to get. But we have the one they already made that I have hanging out there over this bench, the law-abiding biker flag thing. Yeah,
just need to get a
couple of those for the store. Figure out what size you want. Figure out where it's going to go, and then make it to size.
Start like I said, get some vendor banners and that kind of stuff, so people know what we got in there.
Yeah, You're working on the displays up front. You're going to carpet. You said that we're going to do carpet, right?
In the office, in
the office, and then maybe eventually out in one of the main rooms there. We'll see, but I know
a little dingy. We had it cleaned. It's a little dingy in the back where they walked quite a bit, but for now it'll work.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll work for now, and and we're still. I've been down there. We're actually going to go after this podcast. We might end up at the store. We got a lot to catch up on. Lurch has been gone a week, and or a bit over a week. And and there's just some things we're going to still, we just kind of, when we moved in, we put stock wherever and of products.
The boys did a decent job.
The boys did a great job.
I'd asked them to try to put the stuff that we sell the most of near the shipping table to reduce, foot traffic and walking around. But there's definitely some fine tuning we can do.
Yep,
still.
Definitely. And I saw some of that down there this week, just that'll work better for us.
Yeah, it's good to get another set of eyes in there too, because I just adjusted to it and started using it the way it was. So it's good to get another set of eyes in there and take a look and see where we can make some, efficiency improvements.
Yep, definitely. But yeah, the guys did a great job, and Lurch got a bunch of shelving for back there, and it looks really good. And we've even got room to grow back there. We can put shelves tighter together if we want. So, but it's really, really good right now the way it is. And like I say, room to expand. And any other big things on the, here's a good one. So, I was doing IT, and this is a weird experience that I'm going to have Lurch explain it, because I don't know that he could replicate it. I could replicate it. But anyways, I was doing the security system, and there's outside cameras we got all over. We got inside cameras. Anyways, what I did is I'd put the camera up there and try to adjust the angles and different things. And then I'd have Lurch get on the smartphone app, because it's all live streaming and it also records. And I needed Lurch to tell me if I had the proper angle. Did something happen?
Yeah, I picked up the phone, and what I saw was what I thought was a piece of wadded up chewing gum. But it was Ryan's testicles. And I know you think that's funny. And
it's funny still. I was walking around with the camera with my balls hanging out. I think I had it. I was walking through the store. I was in the stock room or something. I go, hey, check the angle of this. Or I just said, check my phone over there. I'm going to hold this camera up and check the angle. And I had it right under my taint. Just dangling on the camera, dude.
If he's ever up in a
Did you notice right away, or were you like,
I noticed right away.
Gum? Okay.
Oh, I know. I knew what it was.
You've seen it before.
I've seen it more than once. Yeah. If Ryan's up in access for your storage above an attic and he calls you over, don't look up.
Dude, I'm going to hand this down to you. Come here.
If you're riding along and he motions you to come up beside him, don't look over. If he tells you to check the angle of a camera, don't do it.
I just remember you like, fuck, or something like that. You just get mad when I do it, dude, because you were not expecting that.
No, I was not.
Oh God, we have good times, guys. So if you become an employee in the future of us,
no, you can't do that.
At some point, you may see our
no, you can't. No.
I'm going to make them sign it.
That's HR. You can't do that.
I'm going to make them sign this thing up front that this may happen, and you cannot file a complaint.
That will not happen. HR will not like that. I think that's one of my duties.
Oh God. Too funny, dude. Yeah, you got to have fun in life. We got to have fun in life. All right, let's do this real quick, and then we'll finish up.
Are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that can come loose and slap your paint. Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attached strapless luggage rack systems. This father and son team designed something really special that you can't find anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bag to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use a Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head on over to Law Abiding Biker Store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags.
Yeah, did a couple of Rick Racks this week. Yeah, very cool. And all right, let's go back up here. Let's finish off here. Yeah, so we talked about, planning on expanding, and we'll talk about employment opportunities in the future as they arise. More apparel.
We're hoping to get into some more distributors. Now that we've got the brick and mortar and a bigger setup, we should be able to get into some of the bigger distributors. And right now we get stuff through Tucker Rocky, but we're looking at like WPS and J&P and some of those other ones that drag specialties.
We want to get drag specialties. We'll just have more access to stuff for you guys without going down a rabbit hole there. There's just a lot of different requirements to get different distributorships and things like that. It gets rather complicated, but we're working behind the scenes for that. The more access we have to stuff, the more access you guys can get stuff, and you can get it from us and support us. And what I want to say earlier, I said, we know, and there's nothing wrong with Revzilla, JP Cycles, Cycle Gear. That's fine. They started out small like us. Actually, I watched the history of them, especially Revzilla. They started out like us. They were shipping out of their apartment shipping labels and they started out very humbly and small. And then they grew into where now Komodo Holdings bought them out. They own 3 different companies. Those companies, they're rich and they can have everything and they can stock everything. And, we're just not to that space. I don't know that I ever want to get that big. That was never my intention. I like us because you don't know who's helping you at those companies anymore. You're never going to get everybody that rides motorcycles to do customer service and secretary. Us, it's a requirement. Any employee I hire in the future, you have to ride a motorcycle. You have to live, eat, and breathe the motorcycle lifestyle. You're going to be connecting with bikers. You're going to serve bikers. And that's always been my vision, is not to get so big. I want to get big enough to where I can serve and have access to a lot of stuff. But I don't want to get so big that, we end up like that to where you have so many employees.
Just lose the personal touch.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't ever want to lose that. I think that's why a lot of people come to us. You're literally emailing us. You're emailing bikers. We know things that they just don't. And we're like, yeah, I actually use that product. Or we've installed that. We make installation videos for our products. We want to be different. I think that's how we stand out in this market because we're going against guys that look at these size of these guys. I mean, that's like, some guy that digs ditches, trying to take over, some big company or something. We're not trying. We're competing in a market. We're offering something different is what I'm saying. We're offering something different and definitely the connection and being smaller. We definitely want to grow and we want to offer more, but I want to keep a handle on that. So that's how we differ, guys. We're a bootstrap company of bikers helping as many bikers as we can worldwide. And that we know the industry because we are in the industry. That said, I had something else.
Just some of the new stuff we've got or is that what you want to talk about?
No, there was one other thing that I want to talk about. Interestingly, with that said, being small, just remember, guys, right now, I want to throw it out there since we're talking about store stuff. We carry a lot of Zero 3D products. We stock a lot of Zero 3D products. Right now, I'm not going to explain that. They're a sponsor of ours, Zero 3D. There's some logistical stuff in the back end of our website that we're working on tweaking. What I mean by that is we hope to add even more Zero products in the future. We got to tweak something and we're working on a solution for that. But right now, it doesn't mean we can't get it for you. We aren't listing it on our website because of these logistical issues. So what I'm saying, one of our patron members, don't forget
Edward Lake. Thank you, Edward
Lake. Yeah, thank you, Edward Lake. He's ordered exhaust from us. Same with exhaust. There is a lot of stuff you see online that we can get. We just aren't stocking it in our store. We don't have it listed on our website. So case in point, if you're a patron member, even if you're not a patron member, it doesn't matter. This is for anybody listening, any of our audience. If you're like, hey, I know they sell Zero 3D stuff, but I don't see it. Well, we can get it for you. It doesn't mean we can't get it and get it shipped to you. So what Edward Lake did, like a lot of patron members or other members of our audience, general audience, you just email us on the store contact, say, hey, and he basically said, I need this part number, this part number, this part number, and plus he put the description. And he's like, I'd like to order it from you guys and support you guys. And we appreciate that so very much. So I just did a custom order for it. I put it all in and I emailed him the invoice, he paid, and we got it shipped to him. So we can do that with a lot of our Tucker portal too. He also ordered exhaust from us, right?
Yeah.
Then Edward.
Yep.
Another order where he's like, I want this exhaust. Can you guys, I answered a couple emails this week. I'm looking for some exhaust for some guys, but exhaust is hard right now.
It's really difficult right now with all the EPA and stuff going on.
It's on discontinued or it's back ordered, but we can check for you. And any exhaust anybody else can get you, we can get you pretty much, especially if it's Vance and Hines. I forget what other we have access to. But anyways, if you're ever curious or you want to support us, please, we appreciate that very much. You're going to be talking to us. We can help you with things and we can certainly get it delivered to your doorstep at the same price anybody else can. So yeah, get a hold of us and you want to do a custom order, you don't see something on our site, we'll let you know right away whether it's something we can help you with. And we appreciate that very much. So that's where I wanted to go with that. So you talk about the other stuff you threw in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got the Wilbur suspension. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. That is some pretty impressive suspension. We can get that shipped to you ASAP.
Absolutely.
We don't have a video out on it yet, but we will. The Kuriokin extended brake pedals, we do have them in black and chrome. We have them for lowers and without lowers.
First thing I put on my Hardys, guys, especially my Street Glide, all the new bikes, the extended brake pedal. I'm only 5'8". Anyways, we'll do another video. We already have a video. We installed one. It's an older video. We're going to do a renewed video. But if you go to our website, is that video embedded on there?
I don't know if it is.
Ooh, we need to make sure of that.
To add that one. I'll look while you're talking.
Yeah, I don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the extended brake pedal. Yeah. Anyways, it's a must have. It's like first thing I put on my bike, and because it's just in a much more ergonomic position, and for safety, your foot, even at 5'8", your foot's underneath your brake pedal. So emergency braking, you got to slide it back and get your foot up over. It's an awkward position. This one extends it out, so it's way easier to get to. You don't get cramped. Do I have the video?
The video's there.
Okay. So we do sell it, black and chrome, and we do have the install video. It's the same exact, it's an older video, but it's the same exact install process. But we will be promoting again because we got it back, or we put it in the store. The last time we promoted it, we were just using an affiliate link. Now we're actually physically selling that product. So check out the store, extended brake pedal. It's a good investment. You can install it yourself. And once you use one, you'll get on a stock Hardy and go, oh my God, this is horrid.
You just feel cramped.
It's so horrid.
It's not in a great position.
The inside of my thigh literally gets a cramp in it. Oh, yeah, I hate it.
So there's that. We've got a couple new Zero products. We got the Latitude tail light with light strike. We used to have the Latitude, but now they've added the light strike technology to it. So we'll have a refresh video coming out of that.
That's what does the app. It's got light strike. You can connect it to your phone. You can make different patterns, right?
Yeah,
that's light strike technology.
You turn it on, does startup animations. You have several different animations for your turn signal, your brake light. You know how many times it flashes. It's very customizable. It's really cool. So we did a refresh on that. Another new product that we got in is the lighted license plate frame. So it just replaces your license plate frame from Zero. It's got lights on both sides, brake and turn. Some things that we got back in stock. Mechanics shirts, the gray mechanic shirts for law-abiding biker shirts. Got those back in. Chrome perch mounts for the biker gripper. They were back ordered forever. Supply chain issues, guys. Sometimes things are hard. It was a hard time. Our distributor or manufacturer was having a hard time getting the chrome perch mounts.
Yep.
But those are back in stock now. And then we got lots of Bike Bite and Bug Slide, cleaning products. And one new one in particular with the Bike Bite is called Moto Mask.
I sold some. I packaged them up this week.
Yeah, we haven't even advertised it yet. No. And we're moving some of it. So it's a windscreen rain coating. It's specially formulated for motorcycles. They say that Moto Mask windscreen rain coating makes beads of water disappear.
It's like Rain-X for your helmet.
Yeah,
it's badass stuff. It's really cool.
You can use it on your windshield, your face shield.
Yep.
So great product. Yeah, that's a new one.
Nice little bottle. Yeah. And I brought one home because I'm going to start using it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's just some of the new stuff.
Cool. We got just a couple more things and then we'll take it out of here. But let's do this. Now, we love our patron members. We want you to become a patron member. We want to get to know you better. Private Facebook group. We want to get you those gall darn benefits. But for whatever reason, you don't want to become a member. You just want to support us through a flat donation whenever possible at a flat donation.
I'd like to thank Graham Dumbrell of Newcomb, Victoria, Australia. David Bouillon of Beaumont, Texas, and David Steed of Foley, Alabama.
lawabidingbiker.com/donate. That's right. Helps put a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank.
Keep this thing running on down the road.
There you go. With that said, shipped quite a few different items this week. I'm trying to think. We sold out of Vance and Hines Fuel Pack 3s. If you guys saw my live video, 16 hours. They're gone forever. You won't be able to get them anywhere. Obviously, we're not going to get into that, but the EPA moved, and that's Fuel Pack 4s now, which we do sell, and I highly recommend them. It still is the only way. You change exhaust, you say an intake, you got to tune it. You got to do something with the EFI. It's not going to tune it as deep as the old FP3, but it still tunes it.
Yeah, still do
a smartphone app.
Yeah, still do the stage 1 and all that. You're just not going to be able to do the cams and all that kind of stuff you could do with the FP3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speaking of, We got to get an FP4 at some point and get it on somebody's bike because I want to do an updated video on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do have them, and the FP4s. Check your fitment, and we'll get one of those on your way. They're still very valid, and anytime you do that stuff, you got to at least tune your bike, guys, the EFI, and the way you're going to do that now is with an FP4. Yeah, I think that's it. It's pretty much all we got to talk about, guys. I will say this in closing is... make sure, here's the deal. We just mentioned some stuff, and it's kind of just a BS session, but all of you that follow us, it's a lot of information to throw at you and let you know about our store. It is a big part of the business. Patron members is huge, and that income, the store is the other. That keeps us afloat. I mean, everything we do to serve bikers, we got to have money coming in, and these are some of the different ways we do it. And just what I'll say is keep checking back at the store. You're going to see more products added. You're going to see things grow. We can't mention it all. We want to get some, right now we sell hats. I shipped one out yesterday, and with a bunch of other stuff. We bought a hat, and we're hopefully get some more hats. I like these hats that I'm wearing. I would like to get some of these. These are, what do you call them? The mesh back hats.
Those are snapbacks?
Snapbacks, but these are mesh, right?
Yeah.
The back of them is mesh. They're just sharp looking hats, and they breathe well. And then we are thinking about getting some pro back hats in for you guys, that just some of the regular stuff. But yeah, just lots of stuff going on as we move forward. We appreciate your support. Continuing to shop lawabidingbiker.com/store. Yeah, guys, appreciate your continued support. And we had to get some podcasts done because we fell behind. We've been so busy. We are going to, this is episode 2 of 2 that we did today, but the rest of the day is going to be me and Lurch. Maybe we'll head down to the store and catch up
Yeah.
not only on the store, but a bunch of other stuff, as much as we can do today. Yeah, there you go, guys.